guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to the InuYasha vlogs. And believe it or not, this is it. This is the last filler episode of the entire show. We made it! Like, we got through all the fillers, and now all that's left is the serious stuff going forward. Because next time is the 3-part season finale, or in this case, the original series finale, which is insane. We're getting there. So, what is our final filler episode of the show? Of course, they pick a Shippō episode. Oh, you greedy bastards! You just could not resist getting one more in there. You probably needed that little extra time, but it's all for it. This is the last one, and it's gonna be kind of sad that this is the last Shippō-themed episode out of it. It's called Shippō, Our Worst Enemy, Possessed by a Parasite, I believe is the episode. And what's interesting is that the way this starts and ends is good, and I'll explain why. The episode actually opens with, obviously, a recap of where we've been so far. Our defeat of Naraku at the border between this world and the next. He's gotten away. And we open literally with Naraku looking for something important in an ancient cave in like a snowy area, which is kind of cool, actually. That we see Naraku in snow going into this cave and he's after something, and this deep voice says, "What? Who disturbs my slumber?" You're like, is Naraku in the Cave of Wonders? What the hell? But we don't find out until the finale, because our true start of the show, the real plot, is our heroes are just in a village and they have to take care of some parasite demon that is causing problems. And as they take it out in the opening, Shippō is possessed. And not only is he possessed, he has been a problem because people have been treating him like shit at the start of this episode. They're using him as bait, and they have to lure in a fox demon that actually kind of looks like Hilala, so it was a little confusing. But they treat him like shit. He gets possessed by the parasite, and now he's running amok in this village. And hijinks ensue. It's really funny. There's some good comedy. Animation's good. And yeah, it's just all about getting Shippō under control, and he is becoming a bit of a hassle. Probably the most powerful he's ever been on the show. The comedy's there, it's generic as hell, and the only thing I wish they could have done, which they kind of did, was that obviously InuYasha takes out the parasite, and Shippō is knocked out for the count. I would have kind of benefited from maybe the fact that he almost died. Would have been interesting to give him that sort of sympathetic moment, but we did kind of get that prior with the Kanta episode with the dad's head and him pleading to Shishomaru. But that's okay, it all works out, because, yeah, it's just a simple hijink episode with the comedy and so on. I don't really have much to say. We've seen this scenario a billion times, but, like, Shippō uses every magic piece in the book, which is interesting. But the way it ends, actually, is not what you seem like, oh, comedy, yuck, yuck, that's how we're going to end it. No, it actually ends with things that are going to be set up for the finale. Surprisingly enough, this filler episode has some relevance, because that parasite that killed, not killed, but possessed Shippō was not the only one. In fact, they find a nest of them. Moroku uses his wind tunnel to take care of the rest. But something's off, because more parasites are coming downriver and through other places. Even Kikyo shoots a couple. Kikyo gets in a moment in this episode, realizing what is going on. And all of our characters, all our heroes that are kind of realizing what's happening, start to put two and two together. This has to be Naraku's doing. Something is going on, which leads to the end, basically our cliffhanger to the series finale, the potential series finale, that is going to be a 3-part storyline. So, what are my thoughts on this final filler episode of the show? It's surprisingly relatively short for its premise. It does not drag on. Actually, there's one thing I liked, too, in terms of just the animation quality on this one. I like Kagome's pajama outfit for some reason. That just looks really comfy. But to the point, it's well animated, it's relatively funny, the jokes just come and go, they're a simple little chuckle, But it's good that we're at the end, essentially. Like, we're at this crossroad of having this filler be the last piece before we get to the part of the story. And for that, it's actually one of the better Shippō episodes. I'm surprised. Like, this is not a bad episode. It's pointless for the majority, but it's nice it has a bookend in the beginning and the end that, you know, picks up where we left off and ends where we're going to continue. So there is things to be had here. It's relatively short. It's relatively to the point, kind of like this vlog, essentially, for this episode. I got nothing, really, guys. I'm just excited to get to this, what was supposedly the original final season of the show. And it's going to be kind of fascinating to see this thing after 4 years of us doing the vlogs come to a conclusion. But, to the point, Shippō, our worst enemy, not harmless. Honestly harmless. It's not the worst episode. It's not the best episode. It's not even anywhere near. It's a simple filler episode that I guess gave the animators time to finish the finale. And for that, I'll give it a pass. Like, the last Shippō episode we had was probably arguably the worst episode of the show. I was so not engaged with it at all. And, but this one, I was okay with it. It was a simple premise. It was very, it's almost like Lord of the Rings, where you're in, like, the opening with the hobbits, with the Shire, where you're setting up this nice little light party before it gets really dark. And that's what this episode does. We kind of have a bit of that lightheartedness before we end up in this dramatic finale, which is going to be interesting. So this one, it's a 5 out of 10. It's nothing special, but it's a good way to kind of pat the time before we get to this ending. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Tune in next time, because we are on the original series finale, before the existence of Yashahime and the final act. We had this 3-part arc, which was the original series finale, and we'll have a lot to say about that next time. And then right after that, we'll discuss what we're going to be doing going forward. But I'm excited, guys. This has been 4 years in the making. It's been a wonderful ride having you guys on so far with the InuYasha vlogs, and it's going to be bittersweet to see how this ends, especially since I have not seen this finale in almost 20 years. So let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below. Let me know if you're looking forward to the original series finale for next time. And don't forget to support our Patreon. Just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content, as well as other special features. So until the next video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off, saying, I'll see you guys in the ending. The supposed ending. Again, this is not the end of the InuYasha vlogs, but in terms of the original series, this is it. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.